What are you saying?
Looking into the cult, being unprepared, is a certain death sentence. It is not something to be done lightly. It is not something to be done just out of pure curiosity.
Well, I wouldn't say it's for us, but I mean the people of Chenarus, they have a right to know if there's, some crazy psycho cult after them. They have a right to know.
No, let me tell you something. There are some things that are better left unknown.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I can't speak for the others, but I'm certainly the least excited to meet these guys. They don't sound particularly friendly.
If you know anything that is good for you,
They are not.
convince your friends to abandon this line of investigation, because the deeper you go, the more death and destruction and loss that will come to you and all that you care about. I say this because I care. I say this because we cannot let them get what they need.
And what do they need?
I wish I knew. But that's something for others to decide. Not for people like you and your friends.
Well, what I do know is that they thrive off of suffering and pain. So, here at the Overlook, we try to preach, and by practice as well, that growth is hope, and we feel this is one of the only things that can help defeat them.
Right.
Oh my God, come here. This is a story for you. Everyone come here. Who knows the history of this barn? All knows. Hold on, don't spray these yet. Everyone has to see. This barn, this land, was where the Overlook began. These fertile fields have fed many hungry souls, have given hope to hundreds in these dark times. But after the Samaritan was taken from us, our weakness was shown, and this cult, they released a crude recording. It showed them cursing these lands, and ever since, look at what we have. Hardly anything. Do you think you're equipped to know the truth about a group that can turn the most fertile lands in the South to this? Do you think that's something that is meant to be understood?
I wouldn't presume. I don't know. No, I don't think we are equipped to deal with anything like that, but I mean it's our job to investigate.
Well, it's really hard to investigate when you're no longer breathing. Or worse, when your mind has been twisted and ripped to shreds, where you become unrecognizable to the people that mean the most to you. Because that's what happens.
I'm sorry, my friend, I never asked your name.
I'm Novak, Mother's voice.
Mother's voice? What, I've seen in notes the mother. What, is this some kind of deity, or?
Mother is the one that gives us life. Mother is the one that holds him back. Mother is the reason that we're able to feel anything other than pain.
Oh, thank the mother, then. Alright, well, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Novak. Yeah, I'll talk to the guys that, yeah, wow.
I'm sorry that Mother's truth sometimes comes in a harsh form, but I'm glad you understand.
Yeah, no, well, thank you for warning us.
I just hope it's not too late for your friend.
Such a fantastic job you guys do. My colleague, Jack, would be very upset that you're farming at nighttime, not taking full advantage of the sun and her rays.
Well, I don't know if you're aware of this, but work that happens under the sun may sometimes go on into the night. We're just wrapping it up here.
Sounds like a long day's work. Respect.
It's become much harder to reap any sort of rewards from the soil as we now stand upon cursed land.
What makes this land so cursed?
Well, through the actions of many, we've seen the removal of Mother's chosen. This has allowed the cult to gain power and influence, and not long ago, they themselves salted this land, cursing it in the name of the Samaritan's lost soul.
Yes, the cultists have been here. I can smell them. I can smell the wake of which they left. Do you smell it, Mr. Alexander? The wake of which they left?
I can't say that I smell anything, but what I can tell you is there's been a very, very unsettling cloud over not only Steroid, but pretty much all of Chenarus.
Wow, different ways. You, a cloud. Me, the soil. Novak, a troubled mother.
Well, I suppose that is one way to look at things.
And nobody takes a worse beating than from their troubled mother.
I believe you have a great misunderstanding as to who Mother is and what her truth may be.
You're right. I've tried. I'm trying to learn more about the mother of which you connect with. I feel more of a father's presence, or a distant cousin who doesn't seem to like me very much and tends to leave me out of things, sometimes in the darkness or the cold.
That sounds very alienating and sad.
It's okay. I've learned to live in the dark, even thrive within it. Xander, You seem to be wearing a slightly different outfit from the last time I saw you. Hope you coast for any reason.
No. I did have a very strange dream, but that doesn't really have anything to do with my different clothing. I just happened that were a lot warmer than the previous ones I had.
Seems very logical reasoning for switching pants. Very important. I was glad to see the light of the fire from beyond the trees of which I crept from. Like those of the light speak to their god. I'm going to try and speak and connect with the mother. Try and gain her respect.
You wish the mother's truth.
I'd like to learn about the mother's truth.
Alexander, I have a feeling you may have heard the mother's truth.
Perhaps. I heard something. I don't really know what. But I was asleep over there in the hay bale the other night. I think some of the other providers may have seen me tossing and turning. I heard a voice, not unlike your own, but I wasn't afraid. I don't know how to explain it, but it was comforting. It made me think that perhaps there is some hope in this fight against this darkness, whatever this cult is.
Yes. You see, Oz, all that is left is hope. Hope is what keeps us here, keeps us safe from, well, he who they call Papa.
Some fear his name. I almost await to meet the Papa himself.
There are many that are working to bring him here, to spread his influence. Those are the ones we know as the cult. Don't try to move. You can't. The mixture is doing its job. Its full effect will be upon you in just a few moments. Just open your mind and listen to Mother's voice. Step into the warmth of her mercy. Let her truth grant you the salvation so desperately needed in these dark times.
Come, my child. Come to me and feel love, hope. I am the sky, I am the trees. I am the air you breathe. From me springs the river of life. And you are being called to protect my son. His followers weaken the veils. They symbolize natural order. Take my blessing, heed my words. Listen to my voice.
Hello. Oh, hello, Mr. Novak. It's
How
funny
are
that
you?
I'm running into you. I left this note for you earlier.
I didn't even notice.
Now we have some time alone to interrogate you on magic that you practice.
Magic? No. No, I just offered you Mother's truth.
Well, Mother's truth fucked me up real good, Mr. Novak.
I apologize. That was not my intention.
It was quite frightening, and I've felt overall slightly weaker since then, so I knew that one day I want to be able to give Mother's truth to other people, you know, summon the Mother into their mind, and I want to learn how you conjure this type of black magic.
The rituals are complex and would require, well, faith.
Definitely don't have any of that. Sure. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find other ways to summon the Mother. When I do, I'm gonna summon her back at you. But more powerful and even darker and more chaotic way. Hmm?
You have a misunderstanding of her nature.
I'm going to get a bunch of those deer skulls, put them around a fire. Gonna stand in the fire, beg Mother's truth to fill me, and I will be filled with so much that I'll be able to project it at others. Hmm?
I think that treading into waters that you're not accustomed to may prove dangerous for you.
Dangerous. Like the sound of that. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know my findings and the results of what I practice. And one day, like I said, I'm going to have a gun that shoots Mother's truth. Absolutely. You know, ever since the hurricane, some big changes coming to the land. Gotten a little bit more chaotic and a little more hostile without a place to call home and feel safe.
Indeed. It's Mother's mission that we restore hope to these lands, starting here in Storai. You know,
Yeah,
you
I hear that.
have a great potential about you, right?
I feel it. I have potential inside me, but my dark, dark past creeps over me. A shadow that won't go away no matter how bright the sun shines.
That darkness, you've learned to lean into it. And I think that is important. Don't fight mothers well, because you have a large role to play. You are essential to the survival of everyone. It was when I was at my lowest that Mother spoke to me and gave me purpose.
To know. Good to know. Then I will continue to sink to rock bottom if I can. Hopefully she will speak to me in the same way. Or really anyone at this point. Like I said, father-in-law, distant cousin, or relative of any kind speaks to me through nature or whatever matter. I will hear their word.
Guard yourself against the word of the Lord of Suffering. Protect yourself from Papa.
Oh, I will. Oh, I will protect myself from Pop. Feel like I might even be able to change those ghosts. Show them the light that I thought never existed. People always tell me not to try, but I was worth a shit.
No, your purpose is becoming more clear as we speak. You're absolutely correct. I've studied their perversions, their fanatical adherence to pain and suffering. I know others around here choose to try to murder them, but that's not their way to defeat. I think you said it clearly. It's redemption. We must root out their evil and show them a better way.
Like an exorcism.
Exactly. I feel as though this conversation was meant to happen because I knew I couldn't do it alone. You have a connection to power that I do not. Perhaps together that we will be able to accomplish what others say is impossible.
Oh, I have no doubt about that, Mr. Novak. No doubt that we will extinguish the evil within the cultists and anyone else who wants to put their evil onto others. Met some pretty humble survivors. Like I said, people that try to live in these humble lifestyles, I can't help but laugh and shake my head and want to teach them a lesson that they're in a much darker world than they think they are. But I can't help but let them live. Let them live and let them try. Because, like you say, the world just needs a bit of hope, and it makes a big...
Yes, and I've been hearing whispers from Mother that we have been compromised, that the corruption had reached the Overlook. It all makes sense to me now.
Maybe that's what Mother tried to tell me too, because I've been hearing whispers too, but I just seem to not be able to decipher them yet. I don't know what she wants or what she wants me to do, what she wants me to be, but I'm hearing those whispers since that time.
We all have a purpose in the cycle. It is up to us to listen to her guidance and be willing to do what needs to be done.
About that night, did you give me something? Because I don't know, I don't know how to say it. I think I heard Mother, as I told you before, but I know that I saw you at some point, but was it a dream?
I exposed you to Mother's truth. I opened your mind to her calling.
Oh, it felt good. I don't know, opened my eyes on something that I don't even understand yet, but I feel more complete, if that makes sense. I don't know.
That's because you've embraced your purpose. You've embraced Mother's meaning. Allowing her to guide you is going to be what leads you to true salvation.
Yeah, but how can I embrace something that I don't understand?
You must listen. Listen to the whispers over time. It'll become more clear. Just know that what is most important is hope. Let that be your guiding light, and listen, and all will be made clear in time.
I will, Novak.